between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Dawson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he completes it to Cohen. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll run on 1st down. Dawson, and he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On play action, it's Brady. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Brady's pass.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
.35 yards that time on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here. First and 10.
Their own 19-yard line.
But I can't go. No, I can't go. Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Chain, name, how about your respect?
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
First down, Minnesota.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They run. Cook. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
7, Bears nothing. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And able to get this out to the 25.
For first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Shotgun now for Brady. That's complete to Mooney. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On second down now, it's Dawson. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Now it's Ellington to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
It's a pickup.
A gain of 3, second down.
2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
Back to throw, Newton. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now it's Newton. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And the Vikings first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
First carry now for Gus Edwards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run with Edwards. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 27. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here we go.
Newton on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Give to Cook out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
From the red zone now, Newton. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown.
Chase Edmonds. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Vikings 14, Bears 7. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Cohen now to return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Right there, 54.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Good job, fellas, good job.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a run with Edwards. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Clock is Newton. And he finds Cook. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
1st down, Vikings.
Ready? Check 59. Ready? Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. I don't think you got it, son. Switch.
Here's Edwards. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Vikings! Gus Edwards, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they had scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Here's Cohen now to return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Bears take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brady, he'll air this one out deep for Davis. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
Single. Check 45, come on. Check 45, come on. Come on, dude. 45. Mike, 48.
The shotgun snap for Newton. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over.
First and 10.
Around the NFL, an update from a game going on down in Tampa, and the Bucs are out to an early lead. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Brady to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go, baby. Mike 52, Mike 52. Oh, here we go. Sugar. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Check it, reload.
To throw again, Brady. This one caught by Davis. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And some room to maneuver. And he's taken down inside the 30. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Bears, first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Vikings' 30-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, goal 66. Sugar.
From the gun, it's Brady. Forced out to his left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's George. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On first down, it's Dawson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have cut it to within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Vikings 20, Bears 14. Chicago.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Now it's Ellington to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm gonna pour out one for the safe boy till there's nothing left. I'm gonna run to the bed until we all got them buckets. Yeah, them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Matt O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Now it's Ellington to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there out of Cook. 73 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Minnesota.
Gus Edwards, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Bears 14. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Cohen now to return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They try again with Cohen. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Good.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Push him back. Push him back. Mike 54. Check it. Reload. Let's go, dude. Big series right here. We got to step it.
They'll run on 1st down. Dawson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
3 ball. Check. 59. Defense wins championships, baby.
They run it again with Cook. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Dalvin Cook.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. A little surprise here on 3rd and 1. On the ground, it's Cook. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here's Cohen now to return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
54's Mike.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Get the ball. Alert. 54, right there. 54 Mike. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Alert 3.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6.
Hey, defense, let's go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
From the gun, Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Brady's
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Brady going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Brady going to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. He can't be free man now. Hey, 66. Check 50. Check 50. Hey, Mike 50.
From the gun, Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Corey Davis with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that cuts this lead down to 13. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Now it's Ellington to return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
We always talk about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Again, it's Cook. They find some open field here. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They won on 2 fronts there, so to speak, Charles. Not only they stop him short of the first, they get him out of bounds and stop the clock.
Yeah, they won. The offensive guys lost because they wanted to stay in bounds and have that clock run or force you to use timeouts. Instead, the defense won, as you mentioned, on both fronts.
And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield.
47-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Going right side here, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. On 1st down. It's Dawson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
At the 41.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They will find Davis. That's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Brady's throw there complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer. Suck up for the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Makes the score Vikings 34, Bears 28. Pat O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Now it's Ellington to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Cook. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
They'll run with Cook. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. They're going to keep it on the ground. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage. Put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Here's Cohen now to return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
On the return, the Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it?
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Here we go. Now get it. Check 59. Here we go. Check 59.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
He was
got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run once more with Edwards. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown.
A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
Vikings 47, Bears 28. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Cohen now to return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Rolling to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Davis. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Let's get old bandit. Check and reload.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot They're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Back to the ground. This time, Cook. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Minnesota, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.